Call me crazy, but I think Guardian is making a garage door motor come back. Let's party. So there it is, the Guardian 728B garage door opener motor. This unit is surprisingly quiet. I would say it's a lot more quieter than the LiftMaster product, and it's just as quiet as the Genie, but not as quiet as the Marantec. Of course, when you're talking about noise, usually that doesn't impress me too much. That is, if you got a quiet motor. Oh, and the linear motor, that's pretty quiet as well. So I would say this is kind of in between Genie and linear. Probably linear being, it'd be Marantec the quietest actually, then linear, then this motor, and then Genie. It probably switches because the Genies tend to be a little quiet in my opinion, but the LiftMasters, yeah, they're a little bit louder. Of course, everyone's gonna say, but the LiftMaster is much more reliable than Guardian and Genie. And sure, that has been the case throughout the years. I won't deny that. But the fact that this particular motor now has a lot of learning lessons applied to it, I think Guardian is going to surprise us. I think there's a lot to this motor that we should be taking into account. And what I'd like to present specifically is the fact that, for example, LiftMaster currently right now has a chain drive motor, and then they go into a belt drive motor with a camera, the R4504, well, at least in California. I know there's another model out in the industry that doesn't have a camera. That's just not available in my area. And then you have the 87504, and then the wall mount garage door opener motor. Now they're gonna have the 98022. The point that I'm trying to get at is, in my local area in the state of California, we can't get just a standard non-Wi-Fi garage door opener motor without a camera. You can get them in the Genie, and again, people love Genie and people don't love Genie. I'm not sure why that's the case, because I believe all of these garage door motor manufacturers have strengths and weaknesses. Yet, being that some people just don't want Genie, and this particular customer on this home had a LiftMaster, but they didn't want Wi-Fi, they didn't want camera, they didn't want any of that. So that's why they went with this Guardian. So we're making sure that they're getting taken care of. This particular motor is a belt drive motor. That rail assembly is a one-piece rail assembly, really sturdy, has good quality to it. I think it's probably one of the better rails. I think it's better than the linear rail. I don't know, for some reason that linear rail, I don't know. I have my reservations on it, but it's in line. And I even think that the LiftMaster rail has lowered its quality as well, because it's a lot lighter than it used to be. I can guarantee you, if you take off one of those old LiftMaster rail assemblies, especially for the belt drives, they felt a lot heftier. The new LiftMaster rails, not the case. So this is in line with pretty much what everyone's offering right now, with the exception of Genie, who still offers that C-channel rail. But I digress, because we're talking about the Guardian, and this particular motor, again, does offer a lot of benefits. One of the things that I want to highlight is pretty much the battery backup right there. That battery backup specifically is an interesting point or aspect to this garage door opener motor, because it uses a harness that you can connect onto the back of this motor, and then what it does is that it just slides on. Now, I really like this design, because compared to the LiftMaster, where you have to open up the actual polycarbonate housing, that's probably why those LiftMaster motors are so noisy. Genie, of course, they use a housing that you can attach on. I'm not crazy about that either, but this one's a little ingenious. What I actually like about this specific battery backup is its size. It's really slim. And the fact that it's slim is basically, and the advantage of it being concealed better, not being an eyesore, not being so evident, not having to worry about opening up the unit. In fact, it just slips on and slips off. I just think it's really nice. I think it's a genius design, and This particular motor can be utilized with a lithium-ion battery, and as opposed to those acid batteries. Basically, those acid batteries don't last as long. So if you wanted to spend the money and upgrade to a lithium-ion battery, you could get a battery that would last a lot longer, which makes a lot more sense when looking at a battery backup motor. Now let me be completely transparent. Guardian is not sponsoring this video. They're not paying me to say these things about the specific motor. No money exchange hands. In fact, I purchased this motor for a customer that I will be installing on their garage door. Therefore, my opinions on this motor will be based on my time and the installation of it, and of course, the customer use and experience. Now that being said, this video does have a sponsor, and that sponsor is our merch store. Our merch store has a number of baseball caps with different spring sizes for those garage door enthusiasts. Thus, one way you could support this channel is by checking out our merch store and picking up one of those caps. So again, this motor is not the quietest, but it's also not the loudest. In fact, this is what it sounds like. Now the sensors are standard affair, very similar to what you're going to find in the other manufacturers, but what I like about their wall button is actually really interesting. This particular wall button is a multi-function wall button that uses an interesting connector to the actual motor head. Now the reason why that's important is because if you're just using the regular terminals for the push button, for this type of wall button, it's not going to work with all of its features. In fact, I tried to do that, and I was actually operating the garage door motor with the light button and not the main button there. So in essence, if you're just using the push button terminals, you're using it as a single doorbell button, not the multifunction button that has all of the capabilities of locking out the garage door opener motor. And of course, just make sure that that's unlocked. There we go, it's unlocked now. And then the light feature. And of course, you have the wall button to initiate the garage door opener motor. One of the things that I like about this particular wall button is how it flips up right there, and you're able to see kind of the actual button itself, the illuminated light. It kind of reminded me of those Star Trek, the old Star Trek, the old series, the original, the OG, those comms that they used to have, the comm links. Before they went to the badges, right? They would open that up, start talking. Scotty, 2 to beam up. I'm a big Trekkie. Anyways, so I just enjoyed playing with it a little bit, and I thought, man, that looks a lot like a tricorder or a comm link that you would see on the old Star Trek shows. So I just want to highlight one thing again about that rail assembly, the way they package it. The way that rail assembly was packaged was pretty much airtight, and I thought that was a really good move on Guardian's part. I thought at first the way it was packaged and sealed, oh man, this thing was probably going to show up damaged, or it could be damaged in transportation, but that wasn't the case. I was really impressed how it was pretty much airtight, and the seal around the entire rail assembly was solid. Therefore, I wouldn't be worried about transporting the rail if you do happen to find one. It's just the way that it was packaged. I thought it was interesting at first, a little worried after, but then once I got into it, it was perfectly fine. Now, just a couple of things with regards to that rail assembly is that plastic trolley carriage. And so that plastic trolley carriage, I'm not always a fan of a plastic trolley carriage because they do have a tendency of breaking. They're made of plastic. But, you know, the metal trolley carriages, they break as well. So it's not like, oh, if I went with metal, it would, you know, be foolproof. It would never break. No, that's not the case. In addition to that, the red cord, that red cord is kind of, I don't know, when I think about that red cord and the material behind it, it doesn't seem as thick like the rope that you probably get from LiftMaster or the other brands. It's okay because the red cord can always be replaced. I'm just mentioning it because I notice it. It's been a while since I've even looked at a Guardian motor. These are just some things that I think about. They're not deal breakers by any means, but they're just something to kind of keep in mind when you're looking at different types of motors, especially something within this brand, within this range within the lineup of the garage door opener motors that are available in your area. For example, a standard belt drive or chain drive garage door opener motor that's going to work like a champ.